Hey ladies, how are we doing today? Girl Talk Tuesday. Online courses and master classes. They're everywhere. So what is the deal? That's what we're going to talk about today. So thank you so much for joining. Social media is booming with experts galore, and they're all selling their online courses. I wrote 3 of them up there that you've probably heard the terms before. We've got Masterclass, we've got online bootcamp, digital course, and every variation in between. So let's talk about that, because many entrepreneurs will jump from online course to online course, from masterclass to masterclass, as these experts dangle their magical promises in front of your face. And that's when I'm like, put on the blinders, people, shiny object syndrome. And entrepreneurs will jump from one to another because they are looking for that answer, right? They are looking for that final solution to make them an overnight success. So that is the goal, and that's why it's so mesmerizing when you come across one, especially if it's on a topic that you have been wanting to learn, or that you have noticed that you're struggling with your business. So let's talk about that today on Girl Talk Tuesday. All right, ladies, I am Jennifer Delatorre, creator, founder of Nice Girls Finish Last, where I help women take their side hustles to 6 figures, help empower you to be a kick-butt woman. Let's get started. Please say hello in the comments. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Share this on your wall or in your group to help other ladies in business. Sharing is caring. Let's get started. Okay, so why are these master classes so enticing? Let's break it down. And the reason why you see so many of them all up in your face, all in your news feed, is because they know how enticing it is to somebody struggling in these particular areas of whatever it is they're going to be teaching. And because they know there's so many new entrepreneurs trying to make a second income, or replace their job, or help their spouse retire, or make life-changing money, or whatever the case may be, right? So there's so many of you out there with little to no experience in business at all, in marketing at all, in sales at all. And so they know the desperation is there. They know the need is there. And so this is what they're trying to reel you in with. So why are they so enticing? Well, number one, they're fairly low cost. The investment is usually pretty low. They can range anywhere from as little as $27 to up to possibly higher, like $400, $500, something like that, $497. So the investment isn't too scary, okay? And so that's why that's one reason why they're so enticing. The second reason is their exaggerated, over-the-top promises. And also I'd like to throw in there the backstories. So pretty much giving you the idea that you're gonna be successful overnight, which is not the case. And when I say they're big background stories, they may try to pull you in with how I made 7 figures last month, or I finally made 20 G's this month, or every month. Wouldn't you like that to be you? Stuff like that. Like, I'm a millionaire now. I'm a 6-figure. I make 6 figures every single month. So join my masterclass, people, so you can too. So the third reason why they're so enticing is because there's really no pressure. Again, the investment is low, so there's really no risk for you. And also there's no pressure because nobody, even though they may throw you into a group and say there's accountability, no one's really going to be looking over your shoulder and seeing if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You can participate when you do, when they have a scheduled live or training, or you can catch the replay. but it's really going to be on you, and when you make time for it and when you fit it into your schedule without anybody tapping you on the shoulder asking you, did you get it done, right? So even though accountability may be a little bit of a piece why you're interested in that masterclass or that online course or boot camp or whatever, let's be honest, you know there's not going to be any pressure, anybody pulling you along or making you do whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing. But now let's talk real, nice girls. Why? Why did I say in this video that they don't work, that they won't work? So let me break that down for you. Most times, number one, most times it can be a little bit confusing what you learn in these online boot camp courses, master classes, whatever you want to call them. It can be a little bit confusing if you are not already familiar with the lingo that they're using. If you are not tech savvy and you're learning something that has to do with technology and being on social media, which usually is the case on these classes, it's going to be a struggle for you, and you're not going to understand all of the terms being used, even if they break it down. So you're really starting at a first level, entry level class, but they're going to be going through quite a bit for you. So it can be confusing when you're trying to learn what you need to, but you're having a hard time grasping what they're talking about, what they're referring to, especially if you really have little to no experience in that. The second thing, it's filled with mostly common sense steps with a few not so common. So they are going to give you tips that you are probably like, I've never thought about that before. Or, wow, I did not know that existed at all. So you're definitely, I would say, hopefully, you do learn something that you were not familiar with before, didn't know was possible, yada, yada, yada. But that's going to be a small portion of what you learn. The bulk of what you're going to learn is pretty common sense and stuff that you've already heard before one time or another. If you are an entrepreneur, a new entrepreneur who's been trying to build their business for quite some time, and you've been all over the internet looking for solutions, looking at ads, reading articles on YouTube 24/7, then it's a 99% chance that most of what you're going to learn in this master class you've already heard before. So that's another problem. Number 3, you can't ask any real questions. So they love to throw you into some private group, like a Facebook group or something like that, where they may allow you to ask questions maybe on a thread or whatnot. But it's so much different than when you can actually ask somebody something one-on-one, when you can get the help, advice, input, and questions that are specifically tailored to you and what your specific needs are. And so even though someone else may possibly ask a question of something that you are wondering, it's not the same getting a response to that as it would be if they were giving it to you personally. Does that make sense? So think about if you are learning something new for the first time in a classroom setting. Only this time, you're not even in person, you're online. So if someone asks a question or you're learning, they're trying to go at a speed where everyone can learn. And sometimes somebody might raise their hand and ask questions. But you know, if you've ever worked with a private tutor or anything like that, that the help that you get is extremely different and on a whole other level when it's one-on-one versus in a classroom group type setting, right? And that's why these master classes and online courses and boot camps are usually a low investment, because they know that. They want to sell you and get as many people to buy this small investment, pay this small investment, to get as many of you to do that. That'll fill their pockets just nice. But then they know that it's really going to be ultimately up to you. So they're not going to be able to give you that individual attention, even though they may say that in a way by being part of their private group. Okay? Number 4, there's no true accountability. So again, like I went back on why they're enticing and about there not being any pressure, same kind of thing. They may check up on you in the group, You know, I have a private six-figure elite group where ladies are members, not a masterclass that comes and goes or whatever. But I will put something in there to, you know, help kind of remind the members on, are you doing this? Have you done this? A reminder of this. But at the end of the day, if I'm not working with that particular member privately outside that group, they're going to do whatever it is they want. Same thing with these online courses and boot camps and masterclasses. There's no true accountability. So at the end of the day, it's on you on whether or not you do anything. And it really doesn't matter what great information you learn if it's not being implemented, right? All right, number 5, here's what you're going to get. A lot of what to do, but not how to do it. And I'll repeat that. A lot of what to do, but not how to do it. And you might be thinking, well, no, Jen, I joined this master class because they're going to show me how to do things. Pay close attention. They're going to show you a lot of what you should be doing, but not getting down to the nitty-gritty on how to get it done. When I work with clients privately, that's what I'm doing. I am showing them exactly how to get it done, not just what to do. We're covering that, but now how to do it. And again, going back to number 4 and having that true accountability, or not number 4, number 3 of being able to ask real questions. You know, if I'm showing you exactly how to do it and you get stuck, then that's when it's good to have someone that you can really talk to privately that can walk you through those steps so that you can implement them and they do get done. So a lot of what you should be doing, go do this, add whatever hashtags, post 3 times a day, 2 times a day, create a sales script. Who knows, okay? Because the topics of these master classes are endless. But you get my point. So a lot of what you should be doing, but not getting really down to specifics on how to do it. And that is where a big problem lies, and why 99% of people that take these classes keep taking another one, because if they thought they were going to get success now from that one, why didn't they? And again, going back to not actually getting the work done, okay? So at the end of the day, why they don't work, why they won't work, is because you're not going to see results. You may see a little something here and there, okay? But unless you're a very specific kind of human being, that's very rare, you're not going to implement everything you learned. You're not even going to remember everything you learned. And even if you know what you should be doing, you're not going to know exactly how to do it. And that's going to be the roadblock on why you don't get it done and why you don't get any further. Sure, let's say you're taking how to grow your Instagram masterclass, blah, blah, blah. First of all, followers don't equal dollars, ladies. Just write that one down. Second of all, if they tell you, let's do, because on Instagram you can do like up to 30 hashtags. So let's say you were never doing hashtags, or maybe you did like 1 or 2, and they told you to do 30. So now your post is getting, your picture is getting, it went from like 2 to 5 likes, and now you're getting about 20 likes. You're like, whoa, this was awesome. How did that convert into cash? It didn't. So you're still stuck. Okay, you got 20 people to like your stuff. Now what? So these big exaggerated promises, these tools they're going to give you and all that fancy stuff, and I made 7 figures last month, and I used to live in my car, and blah, 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 and here's what I taught this person and that person, and all, dropping the resume, right? Is feeding into your desperation of having what it is they're talking about. But you're, again, working in an online classroom type setting. And do I need to remind the moms on how successful that was in March or whatever? Your area went into lockdown and all the kids had to do online school. Okay. I have worked with ladies, women entrepreneurs, for several years now. And the stories are always coming about, took this class, took that class, took this, that class, read this book, went to this course, and they're still in the same place. So you can continue to waste time and energy and money Or you can realize, here's where I need help, and then get someone to help you with that. I used to do live events. I used to even do online events. And the only time that, I saw real results from individuals is when I worked with them privately and was able to put their marketing together for them. I was able to do work for them on stuff that they're just not an expert at. When you want to fix your car and the brakes aren't working, something's wrong with your transmission, whatever, do you try to take a class and figure out how to do it, or do you go to the expert to get it done? Which one's going to take you longer? Which one may you just have your car sitting there forever and never ever get it fixed? Same kind of thing. So if you're not good at something, I'm not saying you shouldn't try to learn. I'm not saying that. But don't think that this is, I'm going to be a successful woman after this. I'm going to be an awesome entrepreneur. Watch me make 7 figures now after 1 month of taking a masterclass that only cost me $97. Just doesn't make sense, does it? So you ladies can do whatever it is you like, but just keep all of these points at the top of your mind. Now, I do have a membership for ladies who cannot afford to invest in working with me privately and have done for you services. But the reason why I designed it the way I did is because I will talk to my ladies individually when they need help. I will train them on things, on not just what to do, but also exactly how to do them. Is it up to them at the end of the day if they get it done? Yeah, okay. I don't live with them and I'm not their mom, and I can't force them to do things. I can't force them to get a schedule together and implement what they need to do. But I've made it available that if you're going to do something like this, whether it's financial reasons or whatever, or just trying to feel me out, I want to be able to provide them with what they need in order to be as successful as they can. So you can ask me questions, you can get input, we can text, we can set up a phone call, and you can learn what and how on what you should be doing. So keep that in mind, ladies. Thank you so much for watching. Again, let me know what you thought about this in the comments. Make sure to share this. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. If you need help and you're done trying to figure it out from one class to another class and another course and all this stuff, and you just want to get it done already, go to nicegirlsfinishlast.com. We'll schedule a time to talk. Thank you so much for watching, ladies. You have a great day.